If you're a coach who struggles to create authority in your brand, whether it's because you don't have enough case studies or client results, there are 3 video types you can do right now that doesn't cost any experience from you that can position you as an authority. At the end of this video, I'm going to share 2 very important secrets about using all 3 models, and the first is a warning about why I personally don't use any of them yet. First is the case study video, and this is you if you love to do research. The founder's journey is great if you're an action taker who can post often. And lastly, the simplify and weaponize model is if you're good at making hard things sound easy and become easy to do for people. So let's break it down. First is the case study model, and what it is when you find someone who is winning and all you do is break down how they did it. This works because when you talk about winners, people start to associate yourself with that person. The big mistake to avoid here is to not just be a news reporter. You want to show why it worked, and you want to show your audience that you can use these ideas and connect it back to what you sell. So going back to finding someone who's winning, it's best if you find someone who is already in your niche, someone who you want to be like, someone who is just 5 steps ahead of you. And what you want to do is hijack his potential clients by using his keywords, his name, and getting their audience to watch your videos so you can tell his potential audience that you can do the exact same thing he's doing because you know how it went down and you broke it down. A really quick idea is just a video titled How Alex Hormozy Really Gets His Clients. And even better is when you use a more controversial title like The Truth About Alex Hormozy, and then in the first 30 seconds of the video you actually give him props and you tell people you like him. The reason this works is because people will watch your video because they think it's drama, but then they realize you're actually paying your respects and that you respect the person you're talking about. And since they're already hooked, they'll just continue to watch the video until the end. The next couple of videos you can make is all about the founder's journey, and you see this everywhere on Instagram and on LinkedIn, and it's just you building your business in public and in the open, sharing the real story, telling people what happened, what went wrong, what went right. And what this does is it builds deep trust in your brand. But the only thing you have to do is you have to be consistent about it. If you're not clear on your goal about what you're trying to do with the founder's journey, it's very easy for your brand to go all over the place, and that's really hard. What people usually do wrong in the founder's journey type of videos is that they don't plan or try to script their stories. They literally just do a day-to-day example of what they're doing, but they don't try to make it pay off for the viewer at the end. So what I mean by this is if you're doing a founder's journey, you want to make it look like the reels are leading up to something, like an actual TV series, right? It's a kind of entertainment for some people. And if you really want your socials to grow and become an authority in the space, you have to make your reels popular and people have to be invested in your story. So don't just sit down and talk about what you did that day. Try to structure your story in a way that there's a payoff after several days for the viewer, where they feel happy about following your journey. The third and final video type you can make right now is just the simplify and weaponize model. And it's really easy. You just take a big complex idea from an expert like Alex Hormozy and you distill it down to a single actionable tool for your audience. And this works because it proves that you're helpful, that you're fast, and that you've saved people time. The trap to avoid in these kinds of videos is to not just teach what you learned, but to show how you used it for yourself. This makes you look less like a reporter or a journalist and shows that you actually use that idea to get a result for yourself, making you an authority because you have more skin in the game than the people who are watching. If you do this right, your learnings become a gateway for people to know more about you and more about your company than it is about them just hopping into your Instagram reel, commenting down a keyword, and getting what they want. A really quick idea you can do is to find a 2-hour podcast where an expert explains their closing techniques and to just make a video saying, I watched Alex Hormozy for 2 hours and this is what he's going to do for the rest of 2025. If you're still watching the video right now, these are the 2 final secrets to these video models that you should know about. Secret number 1 is that I don't use these yet because it's way more important for me to have my own library of content first before I talk about someone else. If new people find you through a video while talking about someone else, like another coach, but you have no other videos, then the new attention that you're getting becomes completely useless. Build your foundation first. For example, with me, I only have around 11 videos as of this recording. So I need to get out a lot more videos and build my expertise before I start funneling more people into my page. The second trick is that you don't have to just stick to one model. The best creators combine these things. For example, you can use a founder's journey video where you document what you're doing every day to build hype for a big case study that you're going to drop. Or you can combine the founder's journey again with the simplify and weaponize model, and instead of just saying, here's what I did today, say, here's what I learned today, and here's a small tip so you can use it too. This turns your journey from just a diary into a source of real value. And if you can combine all of these things in different ways, it keeps your content engaging, it helps you build authority, and most importantly, you don't need any experience to start any of these three things. So if you're still at the end and watching this right now, it would mean a lot to me if you just subscribed or liked. And if you need my help scaling your personal brand and getting new clients through outreach, just send me a DM on Instagram and I'll get back to you there. Have a good day.